Still admiring the wonderful view. I've only got a few more days left. Hello everyone, and no, do not unsubscribe, do not change that channel. This is Kevin the Entrepreneur. The beanie, like me, is on vacation. We're kind of taking a little polling thing to see whether people like the cap, the beanie. It's getting an interesting response. Many people agree they like the cap more, but they are so used to seeing me with the beanie that has become a signature where I actually look distinguished. So, yeah, cap might be returning, but we're not here to talk about my absolutely horrible taste in fashion. We are here to talk about Anthony Levandowski because, I don't know if this is really news, but I'm just going to comment on it because we all know Levandowski got fired. He got fired for supposedly not complying with the government and the judge when handing over documents regarding the Google Waymo lawsuit, and he was terminated from his job. Now, yesterday, I kind of publicly wondered, I wonder if this is going to encourage him to cut a deal with the government where for immunity or not going to jail, he would basically not only hand over those documents, he would show proof that he was conspiring with Uber, because I believe he was. I just want to state that has not been proven. I personally believe, based on what I've seen, they conspired. Do not know for sure, will not know for sure until the trial actually begins. So just want to state that now. It's a personal opinion and you can come to your own conclusion, and I encourage that you do. However, today Forbes actually reported that along with that termination came the forfeiting of 5.31 million shares in Uber stock, which they are not public yet, but they are offering stock to early investors so that basically they have a stake in the company if it goes public, because who wants to invest in them at this point? And that stock is reportedly worth $250 million. So if losing his job was not bad enough, he was giving up $250 million because he got fired. Yeah, I really do wonder what is going to come of that. Because it's, I mean, here's the thing, losing your job, I think we've all lost jobs before. We have all lost jobs. I've lost a couple jobs. Couple times, it wasn't my fault. It was just seasonal work. It was time to move on. Other times, well, they weren't, I was fired in a less than ethical way. Let's just put it that way. That's probably better. There, okay. I was probably fired in a less than ethical way. I've even had to sue one company or take them to a court because, you know, the way they fired me and costing me my benefits and stuff was not cool. So to lose your job and then lose your retirement and possibly not work in this industry ever again because you are the center of what is probably going to be the trial of the Silicon Valley century, I'd be pretty pissed. I'd be pretty pissed. I would probably be wanting to get back at the company who bought my company, made all these promises, and the second things got hard, well, maybe not the exact second, but basically when things got hard, they threw me under the bus and cost me my future. So, I personally, this is just a suspicion video, this is just a public grooming video, if you will. I suspect we have not heard the last of Anthony Levandowski, and in fact, we will probably be hearing more about his involvement with Uber for sure when the lawsuit begins. So, anyway, but what do you folks think? Do you think this is a big deal? Do you think this isn't going to change anything? Do you like the hat? And also, I've noticed a lot of people like the hat have commented they're veterans. I am not a veteran, for the record. My dad is an Air Force person. I got this at the USS Midway in San Diego yesterday, and, you know, people comment on the beanie all the time, so I figured I'd try a different hat. But it's interesting how many veterans are driving for Uber. How many people watching my channel are former veterans? I mean, first of all, thank you for your service to our country. But secondly, Man, Uber, don't you think we can pay our veterans a little better than 70 cents a mile? Just a thought. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you like these videos, consider becoming a Patreon or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. And as always, flame responsibly, and I can't do both hands, but hashtag delete Uber.